Hey everybody, it's Squeakerwood HCG coming to you on Tuesday the 26th. I started orientation today. They told me to be there at 8. And I sat there till about 8:30, and then the guy came and he was like, well, what time did they tell you to be here? I said 8, and he said, it's supposed to be 9. And I thought, well, that would have been nice to know when I got up at 5:30 this morning. So, started the orientation. It's going orientation-y, which is, all right. There's a lot of information. And then I guess this afternoon I'll probably run into the store, see if there's anything going on, see if they need some help with anything, and la, la, la. Also, I didn't mention, and I was going to mention, and I haven't, that I ended my round on Friday. And I had a couple of reasons for doing that, because I was going to go 42 days, which would have put me ending like about today, I believe. But my dad my dad has had cancer in the last 2 years. He had esophageal cancer. He had a heart attack. He had an aneurysm repair. And now he's had respiratory failure, is what they said when they got him to the hospital. They had a guy there that was really anxious, wanted to intubate him, wanted to put him down, paralyze him, and put a tube down his throat and breathe for him. And my dad was talking to him, and he was like, well, we're going to fly you. And, you know, we want you to be more comfortable so you don't remember and blah, 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 blah. Well, my dad was like, well, whatever you have to do, not knowing even what he's talking about. So they put my dad down. They sedate him. They paralyze him. They can't get the tube in. So they do it over and 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 traumatize his trachea to where it's bleeding and all sorts of awesome things, and then it begins to swell, so they put this old, antiquated airway in and put him on the helicopter. My brother said when he gets there, there's blood running out of his face, and they had to do emergency trach because his airway was so swollen. And we're praying that his brain is okay, that he didn't go without oxygen for too long, and that come to find out, through all this, they've done CTs, they've done everything that they can possibly do to try to find out what caused his respiratory failure. And he is, he's got a urinary tract infection. So, hoping, praying that, I mean, I don't want anything to be wrong, but that they didn't just do something eagerly because they wanted to practice, you know, whatever. Anyway. So, I didn't know if I was going to have to go to Ira or go to Midland again to be at the hospital with my parents. They're at the hospital. My dad is in CCU. My mother, I was supposed to do this orientation. She said, don't come unless I need you to. And so, I've got everything packed and ready to go. And so there was that. And then the other thing that I thought about on Friday, my last injection was, I believe it was Friday morning. And I thought, well, I'm going to start the orientation on Tuesday. And if I continue my injections through this week, I thought, well, you know, I don't know when I'm going to be able to eat. I don't know when I'm going to be able to eat. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, you know, today is the best day to say my round is over. I was at about 19.5, right at, you know, 20 pounds. And today my weight is down from my LIW about 0.5. So I'm doing well. Today is day 2 of P3. I am doing really, today I just ate ground turkey with taco seasoning and do my thing that I love. And just still drinking water. And I figure this, that I'm going to keep kind of doing the P3 kind of thing, add a little bit more when I'm hungry. I found that yesterday morning I was absolutely starving to pieces. So I made a flank steak, which is kind of like fajitas, and I put it on the grill. It was, I don't know if it was a pound. I don't think quite, but it was no fat. But oh my goodness, I cooked that and I ate the whole thing. And that was pretty much the extent of what I ate yesterday. I had a half a bag of Quest chips. Those are my favorite. Oh my gosh. And they have like very, very little carb. They're high protein. And so I ate half a bag of those and drank a lot. So I just called it a day at that. So that's my plan right now, is just to eat when I'm hungry. Now, I've watched several vlogs about all of that. And I personally I've never been able to tell when I'm hungry. To eat to hunger is very, very hard for me to do, because I've never had to eat to hunger except when we had no food when I was a child. I eat to pleasure. I eat to sadness. I eat to never has been for nutritional values at all until I started HCG, which has been 2 years. And so trying to learn how to eat to hunger has been very, very hard for me. Am I, listening to people talk about being food addicts and not being food addicts and all of that? I don't know if I would consider myself a food addict, not like an alcoholic, something you can't do without. And I mean, because my mother calls me a rock, because I feel like now I have a lot of willpower, and I can say no to things that I want. But, it's always been where you're sad, when you're happy, when there's a wedding, when there's a funeral, whenever, it's always an emotional thing. And so to say, am I hungry? I'm better at it than I've ever been, to say I feel hungry, and just to not grab whatever is available, but to be picky about what I eat. The other thing that several were talking about weight loss apocalypse, and my hardest thing with that is I have a problem with being able to eat what I want and not weighing. Now, that's my biggest, I can't grasp that, because if I eat what I want, then I have not, since I've been on HCG, I did Weight Watchers, I did Nutrisystem, I've done everything that I can possibly do. And whenever I've done that, whenever I go back to eating, I lost 70 pounds on Weight Watchers, and over a span of time when I quit doing it, because everybody said I was too skinny, I just gradually gained, and I lost 70 and I gained 90, something like that. So I have to learn. I'm old. I'm 50 years old. I have to learn how to control myself. And I know that goes when I feel guilty about that, the weight loss apocalypse thing, that's when I feel guilty, is that eat to hunger, eat whatever you want. If I want to eat 3 Snickers, I eat 3 Snickers. And then, whenever that is gone, then I'm satisfied. And, I've never been able to grasp that I can eat whatever I want to. And because I've always suffered consequences. When I don't weigh, then I feel like I suffer consequences. Now, I know that is not popular, because I'm like so conditioned to that, and the brain damage or whatever's wrong with me. So, I've never taken away I'm a food addict. I've taken away that, don't let food control my emotions. Don't let food be what drives me. If I'm bored, I automatically feel hungry. And I've told you guys this before. When I wake up in the middle of the night, I feel like I'm starving. It's like, I gotta eat something. And is that real? I don't know. I say, no, you're not going to eat now. It's not the time. And I know on that, if I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm truly hungry, then I can eat whatever I want to. So that is my take on that. And I know, I thought about, contacting and doing some counseling because I've used food. I've used a lot of things, but, I think that everything is for different people. I cannot, I'm vlogging. Thank you.